Here we go. Orcs. Should have kept my agility busted wrestle piece. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. Okay, that's a frenzy troll for some reason. A minus strength. Okay, so that's strip ball tackle, mighty blow tackle. Almost no guard. Do I want any of these guys? This guy is actually pretty decent for what he is. I don't need that guy. Pass block. Nope. Can hypnogaze people. Or I just get a bribe and a wizard. That's the thing I could do too. Fine. You know what? Let's get Sidewinder. No, let's not get Sidewinder. Oh! Okay. Shit, apparently I had donations on. I will read that shortly. Fuck. No. No. Let's get a wizard. Sulfurious says, I love what you do, cKnoor. I discovered you a few months ago and you're awesome. Please never stop making Blood Bowl 2 or Rogue Trader content. I love them both. Keep being awesome. Thank you very much. I thought I had donations turned off, but apparently I didn't. But that's very kind of you. Thank you so much. I'm not fouling against the orcs, I'm fouling the goblin. Oh. For some reason, I don't believe the guy when he says he's a beginner, but maybe he is. Benefit of the doubt and whatnot. Okay. So, let's see. Is he going to run with the goblin? Oh, you do have a niggling as well. I see. Does anyone else have a niggling? I don't think so. Didn't look like it. And, no. I guess he's keeping the strip bowler out. More rerolls. Oh, it wasn't accurate anymore. Frenzy trolls aren't half bad. But, I mean, it's not a strong arm troll, which is clearly the superior choice. Okay. Well, that's nice. Okay, so he really is going for throw goblin thing, I guess. Well, I'm not going to get a much better fireball than that. Well, actually, I could. I can push... No. So, fireball that, surf that guy. Okay, only the troll went down? Okay, could have gone better. That might actually have been less impressive than the last time we tried that. This is not going as well as it could. Go stand over there. Oh, that was stupid. Alright, worked out. Jimmy, stop spreading silly rumors. That was fine fireball. If you're gonna fireball, you need to do it when you have at least 5 people in it. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Do I need the lightning bolt here? No, I don't, because they're caging up a lot, so it's probably going to be less useful. I could have waited with it, but it's not super necessary. It's fine. That was definitely a can you get the ball play. If it would have knocked down more pieces, it got me a freaking blitz on the ball. So I don't know what your argument is, Jimmy, but I'm disagreeing with it. Yeah, because I don't have that much tackle, and my block pieces aren't around. And would you look at that? It worked out. I wonder why that is. Oh. I realize you're just trolling me though, so I need to start ignoring it now. Because it's not cool. Let's see. Right, guard is doing things. Now the problem here is that I want to pick that ball up. Oh, actually. Oh, right, I still have my... Oh. You know what? Let's do this instead. Okay. Is there anything else I want to do right now? Yeah, I want to tie these guys up. There we go. Good. No, I agree that the threat of a wizard is really good against a lot of teams, especially like elf teams and such. Against orcs, less so, because they're going to cage up, but because he had such a hard cage starting out, and he's claiming he's a beginner, it's less of a... I don't think that threat would have worked. And I mean, it clearly, it clearly didn't. And I got the ball out of it, so I'm pretty pleased with it. Let's wrestle. It's the elf versus elf using bolts and bash versus fireball. I don't think it's never that simple. It depends on the matchup and the situation on the pitch. You can't really make that blanket statement and have it be correct. It's a very dangerous statement to make. Well, dangerous is the wrong word, but I think it's not really how it works. Okay, well, I want to surf this guy. That seems very useful. You can't really reach yet, so... We're gonna start with that. No, I guess we're not. Hang on, I didn't blitz. That was slightly silly of me. Do I dare to go back? Yeah, okay. No, actually. No, no. I want to go around because I want to push him away. Or, you know, just re-roll the both down into that. Push him over there. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's interesting. Now, I do not want that guy to score. I actually want Tango and Cash to score, but Tango and Cash is slightly out of position at the moment. And the troll's alone, so that's nice. that's a problem. Oh, nice. Knocked him down. Okay. We're just going to keep stalling this because we can. If we can get 2 more turns out of it, that would be great. Oh right, I was like, why is that being rerolled? And then I realized because my opponent has like 6 rerolls or something. We did get some extras, I think, but there's a lot of rerolls on that team. Oh, I forgot to do a handoff. Whoops. I need to do that. Excellent. That troll is now really stupid. Okay. That didn't work. Undead 0 to 4 whites. So good. I still have an old fumble team from when they had 4 whites that has a has 3 whites still. Can you make your... No, you can't. Well, you can if you dodge, but you're not going to dodge. I can do this. Why not? Let's see. Do I want to reroll that? Nah. They can blitz this catcher and place a bunch of dudes here, but this square is still going to be free, so I can dodge into that if I have to. You can't buy a mercenary. So when it comes to mercenaries, you can only buy a mercenary if you have a slot for it available. So if you already have, for example, 4 catchers on the high elf team, you can't buy a merc catcher. But you can still buy star players that have like similar catcher skills. How are we looking here? Okay, I'm fine. So that's nice. It means the only one left to blitz is this guy? Or this guy, but he'd have to dodge. Well, if this guy blocks first and knocks him down, then this guy can blitz. But then comes the very exciting time where I try and figure out how to surf some a black orc. What the? Okay. That's slightly surprising. I rarely use star players because they're rarely. I mean, it's very very rare that they're worth the money. They're worth their cost. I'd much rather have a wizard because a wizard is actually useful. And bribes are better as well. So it's very rare that they're worth it, especially in Blood Bowl 2, or Cyanide's version of Blood Bowl, because it's missing a bunch of the good star players. Like, there's a lot of teams have Chainsaw, secret weapons, and those are really, really good, but they're, hang on. I can push him into here, and I can push him here, and then I can surf him out. Sure, I have enough hubris to do that. Or I could foul him. You know what? That was really, really good. Crap. So the reason I'm worried about the goblin is because it seems like the goblin is usually positioned behind the troll for a throw. Whoops. And that makes me, well, slightly worried, to be honest. It also kind of means I want to move this guy back, because if the, depending on how the goblin's thrown, this might be needed. Okay, but that guy's out. The Orcs had 12 players starting out, so there's still a full team. Let's kick it deep. Good. That's still not enough to do a handoff to the goblin. Well, actually, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is. Damn it. Just about. So that's unfortunate. Then again, I'm not sure we'll see the goblin fly. If we see the 2 GFIs, it's gonna fly this turn. But okay, so we're not gonna see the goblin fly this turn. And then the goblin snake-eyed it. Oh, damn it. I'm being an idiot. Oh, actually, hang on. No. Stop rolling once. Roll something else. There we go. Wait, hang on. Corpse wrestle guy fell over. Phew. They don't like Walker Robo Ranger. I don't understand why. He's so nice and friendly. And amazing at getting the ball from that guy, but he missed and I didn't have dodge. I think the first level was level up was guard, I would assume. But it's hard to tell the order of the things. Okay, yeah. Whoops, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. It's a bit too many of them. Right, that's always a minus. Let's wait for the pal. My catchers are catchers. They're not, or the ones that have nerves of steel are catchers. The sidestepper is a blitzer, but nerves of steel is really good if you want to do 2-turn touchdowns. Nerves of steel, like if you're playing a passing team, which this is, because we have accurate on the thrower, nerves of steel gives you so many more options, and it's not something you can only get it on double for these catchers. But yeah, it's just ridiculously good, especially once you get dodge on the catchers as well. Basically the only really good way to counter the 2-turner at that point is to get like a lot of tackle, and then you have to commit 2 pieces to each catcher, which means there'll be less pieces on the rest of my team, so you can be a bit bashy too. So it's yeah, it's good. Not a fan of dump off. It's not that good because you don't control the pass, which you do with, pass. Basically, get more pass. The only piece I ever take multi-block on are assassins. Like having a guard piece that has a high mobility is really good. But it's not as good as Nerves of Steel. Or rather, it's Nerves of Steel when you have nothing on the catcher is just good. Like, it's always going to perform well. If this catcher rolled double next, yeah, guard would be excellent. I wouldn't pick Nerves of Steel there. But here, these 2 threats, whew. Damn it. The winged helmet is... Yeah, that's Nerves of Steel. Yeah, and this is my other catcher. This one wouldn't get Nerves of Steel either, because these two are my extra blitzers. I should score with High Tower Stairlift if I can. Now, the reason Nerves of Steel is extra good on this team is that the thrower comes with safe throw, making throws a lot safer from intercept and stuff. This guy I'm playing against got double Skull and Loner, and he did DC on the first round. That's that's an interesting strategy. Yeah, this troll has frenzy. It's no one knows. Oh, just a stun. There you go. Have that. Run in and score. So that's one of the reasons why I like Nerves of Steel. It meant that, well, in this case, I don't think it meant it that much. But what normally happens is that people realize, oh shit, Nerves of Steel catchers. I need to put pieces on them, and that means that less pieces around the LOS, which means you can make an easier pass to a blitzer or someone else, one of the catchers that are stuck here, and then you can just do a handoff, and it's so much. You don't have to do these 3+ long bombs or 4+ long bombs, which I think is real nice. Since there's no goblin, I'll put the tackle piece back. Have I used a reroll? I had not. Good to know. I rarely play Chaos in Cabal Vision. It's mostly Listenman and other stuff. Yeah, I don't think Nurgle... Like, experience from Blood Bowl Chaos Edition is that you didn't get to play much against Nurgle because they are a slower, more defensive team. Changing weather. Nice. Holy shit, that's a good kick. Nurgle are fine, I think. They just take patience to level up. Why is this happening? Okay. What are you even talking about Brett being banned at 1k, Jimmy? They start with 8 out of 11 players have a block skill starting out. That's pretty solid. They just take a while to figure out, but that's most teams. And that said, they're not top tier when it comes to 1k in any way, shape or form, but they're not horrible. Pretty okay for what they are. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, let's see how this goes. Not well. I think most people don't know how to play Bretts well. I mean, I certainly don't, but at the same time, they're not, like, I think they're a different kind of, like, I still haven't figured them out, but looking at the team makeup, there's something there, I think. Like, you just have to, I think you just need to play them a lot to figure out what their deal is. And also because they're in Blood Bowl 2, and Blood Bowl 2 isn't really a spectating game in that way. Like you don't really, oh, I'm gonna spectate someone playing Reds. Like it's hard to find good coaches that play the team or played it a lot. So it's difficult to find the sources of inspiration. The reason I lined them up like this is because this is normally how you do an elf screen. The reason they're 2x2 is that means that the orcs can't block their way through, because even if they block this piece here and get rid of it, there's still another one afterwards, so they can't run through any of these passages. That's why they're going to the left. So that's what you're always hoping to achieve with an elf screen. You kind of want to put something up that they can't go through. The man that has 4+ agility knights is talking. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's like all you need to do to make Brett's useful, guys, is to just roll like plus agility on all the knights, and it'll be fine. That's all you have to do. Easy. Oh, someone fell over, but there's still a bunch of rerolls. 5 left. Should be fine. Hi, silly putty. I see what you did there. Oh, another one. Fell over, had a bad time. Actually, okay, fine. Let's stand there. Okay, so we're gonna blitz you. That didn't work. So we'll stay put. There we go. Enjoy having, like, nowhere to go, Orcs. Actually, this is basically me tryharding elf screens. Oh, this is a frenzy crap. It didn't pay off. So close, though. I like that there are different ways to build the Bretonnians. If I ever rebuild to make like a play with a new Bretonnian team, I think I'd want to do the fouling peasant build, because I really like that idea. Just get some extra ones because it's so cheap, get dirty player on them and just stomp people. Interesting. Boom. Oh, well, that's no fun. Yeah. Yeah, you get normally peasants. You either give them wrestle, or block if they're on the LOS, or you give them dirty player. And then usually you don't need much more than that. But those are like the core things. In my experience, like I said, I haven't played too much with them. But if you're for some reason playing them and just kicking them at when they get a skill up, you shouldn't be playing with them anyway. So you should be playing with journeymen. If you really want to min-max your skill for some reason, I wouldn't recommend that though. And once again, like, you can't really say that more than one level on a peasant is bloat, because it kind of depends on what TV your team is at, and what your peasant is actually supposed to be doing. Or, I mean, you could. It's just, it doesn't seem very useful. At least in my mind. You're just claiming things for the sake of claiming things, then. Oh, hang on. Well, would you look at that? What do you actually have? You're blocked by the... Okay, so you got block tackle. I see. Yes. Nice. Well, that didn't work. I do not want to hang out here. Could just surf this guy. I wonder if that's well, surfing's always worth it. Can't even believe I thought about that for more than like 2 seconds. I'm sorry, everyone. Dang it. Let's see if he runs it in. Or she. Oh. We're still fine on injuries. That's good. Are they not going to score? Oh, I think they're just blocking in case the GFIs go bad. That's the only reason I can think of. Well, then this base need to stand up first. Yeah, here we go. Oh. Oh. GFI into the end zone. Reroll. There you go. Oh, hang on. Crap. This team has a freaking, a shrine of some kind that I totally missed. What is the shrine then? Can I see it up here? Yeah, it's like it's Nuffle's altar, right? Fuck, I don't remember what this does. Is it cheaper to buy star players? It's something. Oh, well, I guess I shouldn't have gotten a star player then, just for the sake of it. Okay, so we're going on this side, which means we want these guys here. Actually, let's do this instead. So I can clear a path here too. Yeah, they should implement some kind of icon on the inducement stage for stadiums. That would help me a lot. Personally, I would appreciate that. Yoink. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's fine then. Okay. Well, that's not a good start. And that's a bad follow-up. So we'll have to do this. See if we can get some better results here. Can I use... I can. That's a better result. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. So the only one here that's really scary is this guy because he can go stand over here. This is thrower, so he doesn't have the movement. And that's why I moved this piece over here, so... this piece would have to dodge through a tackle zone. Like, either remove the stadium enhancements or at least have them affect your team value. I find it so strange that it doesn't affect your team value since everything else does. Like, if you want to use it, then I mean, it's dumb, but at least have it affect your team value. Especially since they now, after they changed the wording in the fucking rules they released after I pointed it out, have agreed that there's a difference in like not all stadium enhancements are created equal for each team. So you can't just go, but everyone has the same positive side effect from this. Yeah, because that's true. Oh, I should... Yeah, I should definitely try and score with Max Robotansky. Oh! Well, the star player one doesn't work either because not every team has a cheap star player at the moment. Like, only the dwarfs do. If I remember correctly. But yeah, I agree, the the bribe one is the major one. At least in my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no. Oh, I should have stood these guys up. That was sloppy of me. Oh well. You should pick that guy. Hooray! Pass 2. The catch failed. Reroll. Success! That's a 1 die. Let's make it a 2 die. Nerves of steel. Nerves of steel. Nerves of steel. Actually, I could have done that without nerves of steel, but it's just really good. I just had to change the order a bit. And the thing that makes that good is safe throw, otherwise I probably wouldn't have. Like, 1 in 6 doesn't happen that often, but it happens enough that I kind of want to put... Well, it happens 1 in 6. So... I mean, Nerves of Steel only ignore tackle zones, if I remember correctly. It doesn't come up that often, so I'm not 100% sure. Or it might ignore all modifiers. I thought it's tackle zones. Let's have a look. Ignore modifiers for enemy tackle. Oh, well. Yeah, so just tackle zones. According to the flavor text, at least. So much high kick this game. NOS Nose of Steel. Yeah, Nose of Steel does ignore Disturbing Presence. Well, that's Dub Skull. Remember to say GG before the game's over. Hooray for me. 1 thumb up. I have to admit, I do like having a thrower called Dave, because I like I do like it when it says pass by Dave. Okay, well, more fame for us and more winnings that we don't need. Let's have a look at the statistics. Question marks now the MVP. That's good. That's real good. Maybe we'll get ourselves another wrestle line elf soon. Should probably vanity pass that up. But Max Robotansky, roll something, not a stat up. For crying out loud. Is there anything I actually want here? There's nothing here I want. Is there anything else I want here? No. No, there's not. Strong arm. No, I think this is going to be dodge. I don't need a double here. Like doubles, just it's just bloaty, and it doesn't work with what he actually is. So he's gonna get dodge. Sorry, everyone, that I disappointed you.